Welcome to Just a Tip. I am not Josh. I am King Benjamin Cage, and today we have the brand ambassador. Ladies stay moist at the sound of his voice.
Oh, Lord.
It's Big Bad Brad. Look at that. Look at that. Welcome to the fucking show, bro.
What up? What up?
I don't know. I don't think we have our... Is our mics not... Yeah. That one's working. You're working.
Do a quick auto check.
Okay. I had to armchair quarterback this. I had to phone a friend. That friend being the guy who's normally in this seat, Josh. And, yeah... We, wanted to do something on a Saturday because we missed yesterday. Some stuff came up. But we're going to go over a couple quick topics here, get one quick stream in before we go and do what we do every weekend. And that's fun stuff. And we're just going to keep it at that.
Hell yeah.
But we're going to move on to a topic here. And let's start off with the plane crash that is two of them in 3 days? 2 days?
Wait, there's a second one?
Yeah. You didn't hear about the one last night?
No.
The one in Philly.
Okay, so I think that was the video that we were showing around the workplace.
Right. Here's one of them right here. We'll bring this up. This is CNN, everybody's trusted news source. I'll hit the play button here. But, bro,
These videos obtained exclusively by CNN show previously unseen angles of the collision between an American Airlines flight and a US Army Black Hawk helicopter. In the first video, the Black Hawk can be seen flying at speed over the Potomac from the left side of the screen. The American Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the airport before the two collide, causing a mid-air explosion and fall into the river.
Right. Oh my God.
In a second video, you can see the Army helicopter and American Airlines plane travel toward each other. After the collision and subsequent explosion, the airliner can be seen spinning into the water, and the Black Hawk is also seen falling into the water.
The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. A group within the FAA, another story, determined that the workforce was too white, that they had concerted efforts to get the administration to change that and to change it immediately. This was in the Obama administration. But they actually came out with a directive, too white. And we want the people that are competent.
He had theories about...
All right, I don't even want to hear this one.
Yikes. Bad choice of words, in my opinion.
On him?
Mm-hmm. You just could have said it differently. That's all.
I mean, I think some of it he was quoting what was, the curriculum, or not curriculum, the criteria of like what they were expecting and stuff like that. So I think that some of it was quote. I do think some of that presser there was a little bit cringe because all of a sudden, like without even having a full scope of why that happened, we're gonna blame DEI, and I'm the first to tell you that DEI is bullshit. It's racism, trying to fight racism. It's trying to fight a forest fire with a blowtorch. It's trying to cure lung cancer with a carton of cigarettes. It's fucking stupid. But to automatically go to that and say it's DEI, unless they know something we don't know.
Right.
But it's just too sus to go there with that already. But then again, like I've said on previous streams, all these people that went out here and they wanted to identify as, a fucking wrench or a cat or a litter box or whatever it was. All that stuff got spoken into existence. People adopted those ideologies, started running with them. It was very trendy. And now that the illusion of choice has the power, the pendulum's coming back. And so all those people that got goaded right into place, that's going to come right back. And I could see it being the new terrorism, getting rid of DEI and blaming, like you're on government documentation or, W-2s or paperwork that you signed or like for employment, going as they, them or whatever other, like that's all gonna, they're gonna feel the effects of that shit.
Most
So
definitely.
that's why I think like that was his immediate go-to, because like I could see like DEI being the blame for a lot, and it is a shit fucking philosophy, but to be a blanket blame for
Yeah,
plane crash,
the blanket statement. Yeah, like that's your instant go to.
yeah.
No.
Again,
not a
they
fan.
might know something we don't know.
Right.
But he did read off that the criteria that was met, they definitely dropped the standards. Everything was more identity based and not merit based, and you really don't want that when people are fucking navigating planes.
Right.
So, yeah, like equality is a lie. It is a myth to appease the masses. I do believe everybody should have the equal opportunity to succeed or fail at certain things. But like, not one of us is equal to the other. Like, some of us have strong suits in some areas where others are not strong, and vice versa. Where people
100%.
are weaker and other people pick up the slack. So, I don't know. Your take?
I just want to see it unfold. I think poor choice words. I understand half this country's super sensitive, and now we got a guy who's doesn't even care about sensitivity. So. Just poor choice words. I think he could have said it. I mean, explain the bigger picture. I mean, his whole philosophy, in his last run for presidency was to drain that swamp, continue to drain that swamp by revealing these half truths. I guess I don't know.
I'd argue he didn't drain the swamp.
He didn't. He didn't.
Hired
No.
swamp monsters. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hired people. And now not so much anymore.
I don't think-
give him credit where credit's due when you bring Tulsi Gabbard. Like, that was another thing we could probably talk about. Edward Snowden tweeted, he said, she's going to have to come out and denounce me and call me a traitor to my country if she wants this, she wants to be the nominee for this position.
Right.
And she refused to do so. So kudos on her. She's a woman of principle, and that's awesome. All that in looks too, because the woman is absolutely gorgeous. But I don't know, man.
I don't like how certain politicians are bending over backwards for this new. Sorry, there was a comment on Twitter. I saw it. I just had to, it just threw me off. So,
word.
But yeah, it's just like I just don't. It's like it's almost like, I don't know if you're a fan of Game of Thrones at all, but it's almost like the new king takes the crown, and it's like, oh, everybody has to bend the knee now to Trump, and then you have your AOCs and your certain politicians that are like, oh, I'll speak against you no matter what. I'm always gonna be for the people. I mean,
Right.
But I'm not a fan of the whole bending the knee. Like, still.
No, there's no. As an anarcho-capitalist libertarian, I don't believe in bending the knee. As somebody whose name is fucking King Benjamin Cage, I don't want anybody bending the knee to me.
Right.
I don't so much bending the knee, but I will say this though: all these people in the last however many years have sat here and ridiculed and chastised people because they didn't acknowledge that there was more than two genders, or they just wanted to, I got associated as being a Trump guy. And somebody because you don't agree with us, you obviously are with him, and that's couldn't be further from the fucking truth.
Right.
There's more than just two ways of looking at things. I can tell policies of his that I agree with, but I can also say, well, and you've heard me state it, I believe I said it before the election, they needed him to win. They needed their bad guy. He wasn't going to lose this, because if he lost it, well, who the fuck are they going to blame for anything? The boogeyman's gone.
Right.
The
sleepy man's gone, not the boogeyman, but.
Right. No, but their boogeyman, the necessary evil to the left, was going to be Donald Trump. So he was winning that, and that's probably why they ran some candidate who wasn't even democratically elected, had a terrible fucking prosecution resume when she was a prosecutor, and she was just an empty shell. She had no fucking characteristics at all. It was all identity politics. And if you don't vote for this woman, she's Indian one moment, she's black the next moment. They just ran identity politics.
That dang cultural appropriation was heavy with Kamala. I'm not gonna.
And she ran some really, communist points on things. So.
Just from an observation point of view, she don't look like she could cook any grits or greens or even fry chicken properly. So that's just me, though. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit on her politics, but just talking about how she, just that's an observation I made,
I don't see, even when she spoke, it just, no, that's not somebody I want making decisions for me. I don't want anybody making decisions. I want to be able to make my own decision.
100%.
But it is fun to watch a lot of those people fucking run for the hills now. Like, oh shit. Like, fuck. Like, oh man, we're being held accountable for being assholes, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the entertainment. Yeah, you guys sat here and said all these stupid things. You ruined fucking properties and comic books, movies. Inserted this DEI in everything. You ran in classrooms and promoted sexualization of people.
Absolutely appalling.
You know, a sexualization of people at such a young age. Like, it's, yeah, fuck all you. You guys are weird. Like,
Big time
don't
weird.
care
Big
who it
time
is,
weird.
You know, kicking your proverbial ass. I'm here for it. Back to the plane crash. This is the one you didn't see. This is the one that happened in Philly here. I don't know. I don't really want. Let's just go
Fox
to Twitter and
LA.
find it because
Yeah.
I don't want to watch somebody else's news report on this bullshit. Plane crash DC. What's this do? Philly.
Again, thank you all for tuning in to the stream. By the way, just want to let everybody know while we're bringing up some talking points here. You are appreciated.
This one out. Look at this. This does not look like a motherfucking plane, bro.
Oh, absolutely. The what?
Yeah.
Just look at the size of the flame trail on it. Like that doesn't.
Unless it was like shot the fuck down, and that's.
Or is that just an engine flying down, or
No, dude,
where's the body?
Yeah, I mean it is at a pretty far distance for the camera, but you can just see the trajectory of it. It just, when you see a plane falling in movies, it has like more of a cinematic, like
Right.
you know, slow drawn out type thing.
But even with the like,
But that looks like some fucking missile. Dude.
that does look like a missile. 'Cause like, so on planes usually the lights are on the bottom, right? Like the blinky lights.
Yeah,
That thing's flipped over then.
yeah, but I guess it was a. All right, what is this?
Is that the crater from Philly plane crash crater? You decide, plane or missile. It has to be a plane. Wait, where is the plane debris? Great question.
Well, it would have been scattered. It wouldn't have been all there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if it was a missile, it probably would have penetrated something. I don't know. There's so many other videos that surface that are pretty fucking interesting to look at.
But missiles are all unique as well. I mean, there's missiles for everything. You know, there's missiles that are for bunkers, like blowing up bunkers.
My man
There's
right here, Chris O'Connell.
Chris
I
O'Connell.
don't record. I help. Philly man describes how he helped some of the injured on the ground after last night's medical transport plane crash in NE Philly.
Oh, it was a medical transport.
Yeah, all 6 on board killed. No words on how many injured or fatalities on the ground.
What the? What is going on?
This dude's on fire, bro. What the absolute fuck?
Jeez.
Yo, that's out of a horror flick. This poor guy. I hope he made it. I'm sorry to anybody who fucking seen that, but this is the aftermath of it this morning.
That's crazy.
Oh, hold on a second. I'll have to call you back, Jeffrey.
Look at all that damage.
Yeah, dude. That's pretty crazy. Oh, there's another video. Oh, poor child.
Damn. It's horrible.
Yeah, that is traumatizing for younger folks. Okay, I don't know what that is. What, they're showing body parts? No, I'm not. Yeah, we're not gonna watch that. Sorry. That's a plane part. But no, that being, two plane crashes that close to the nation's capital, because if you know anything about where a map is, or where they are at on a map, Philly, Baltimore, DC, they're all like a very, very close quarters.
It's like a 6-hour train ride. So, if you know anything about trains, it's like
Like literally, I've driven down
super
the
close.
Like you see all these, you know, they're like, you take this road and you're in Baltimore, you take this road and you're in DC, you take, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're all very close, and like it almost makes you wonder, like, is somebody remotely accessing these things and having them, or these drones that were out and about. Like, where the fuck is everything going? What's going on?
Right. It does make you think. Because, like, what the fuck is going on? I thought these types of things were, preventable. Thought that's why we put certain acts and amendments into place. Hint, the Patriot Act.
I posted some shit.
You posted what?
I shared some stuff that was on here yesterday. Did you see this right here?
World right now.
Will
with
you
the sickest.
guarantee do what every other major country does? It's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies; it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry
Oh, no,
and
no,
protecting
no, no,
their interests.
Oh, I thought that would come. No. I ran for president like you. I got millions
know.
and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
Because I have
receiver of
small
pharmaceutical money.
contributions from workers all over this country. Workers,
You were the
miss
single-
not a nickel from corporate
Bernie,
PACs.
you were the single largest acceptor of
workers-
pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in the
1.5
industry.
Don't
million.
stroke out, Bernie.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right,
Man's
but
old. Why are we arguing?
you have not answered. Last question.
I'll tell you why they're arguing. A lot of these people, which RFK kind of just said, are taking. They're speaking on behalf of their funding.
Right.
That's what they are. Like, pharmaceutical is multi-billions of dollars. Like, they run your fucking media. They run every access point in America. We're the most overly prescribed nation in the world. So these people are speaking on behalf of their bosses. So they're going to go out on a limb and they're going to say whatever the fuck they can. Like, you've seen, I don't know if you've seen her, but Elizabeth Warren came forward and, like, she was going at it with RFK or whatever.
I did see that one.
And now, like, she's a big shill. She's shilling for her pockets, man. And they're saying that she came out and said that, RFK is a threat, to American people. Like, you guys are just trying to keep your seats. You've been the threat. Like, you're really redirecting any accountability to
Term
somebody else
limits.
who is coming in and
Minimum wage.
saying that he's going to make a change. Whether he does or not, I have no fucking idea.
Right.
But it's funny how Bernie, to me, clown, 100% clown.
I can see it.
The DNC, he won. He was hosed by Hillary Clinton, and he called out being hosed by it because, like, he got fucked over. But at the end of the day, he still backed her. Like, he knows that she cheated.
It's another bending of the knee.
Right.
Like I said.
But, like, you're going to go back an organization or organization. You're going to go back these people, and you're going to, after they did all that. Like, no, that'd be like, you stealing $200 from me or me stealing $200 from you, and then, like, and then knowing that somebody stole it, and then just going, okay, yeah, like, we're homies. I back you. What? No.
Makes no
That's not
sense.
how any of that works.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, but his legitimacy is just fucking waned for me when it came to that. Like, and he also thinks that, like, he is literally the blue shell in Mario Kart. Anybody that's doing good, he just fucking, yeah, he's there to take you out. He's a pocket watcher. He has some good points. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll definitely agree with you there. Like, Bernie's definitely made some good
I
points.
like some of the things he says, but, like, he is not. You shouldn't be in the pockets of other people. Like, you should be able to own your own money, the fruits of your own labor. He calls out all these upper elite rich people, but dude, he's got, like, so many different homes since then. Like, he took hush money, so, like, your integrity isn't there for me, Bern. So
Follow the paper trail. 100%.
yeah. So now I am trying to go
To your posts.
to my post that I shared. There
There you go.
Click
Follow King Benjamin Cage on X.
on X. Okay, Alex Jones had some shit on here. I only shared this because I want to watch it later. It's 10 minutes long. I'm not gonna run that. But there were some other things I thought. Yeah, here's another video.
What?
What? Picked up on a Ring camera or some shit.
Oh, I remember you saying something about this last night. What in the world?
What is this shit? Oh yeah, sure, it's something from Elon. Oh, and
The hostility.
yeah, what we were talking about with Bernie, Robert F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy experienced at his hearing was directly proportional to how much pharma money each senator received. In fact, each of them.
I'm about to run for office, like just on some donations, like.
Yeah, look at this shit.
Because even if I don't make it, you know, I could sit on.
Elizabeth Warren, bro, 1,224,100.
Who is she? And she was sitting there like pleading with him, right, or with RFK, like, don't just vouch to not take any money.
Yeah.
But here you are, $1 million.
And there's
Jesus.
More funding.
Of course.
Money from pharmaceutical health products to U.S. senators from 1990 to 2024. You got some oven Mitt Romney, Barry Obama
Some
over there.
oven Mitt Romney.
Kamala Harris. Look at that. Look at that fucking number from Kamala Harris, dude. 11 million.
I like how it just progressively gets worse. Like
Jesus.
that number increases.
Mitch McConnell, turtle-looking ass. Oh, there we go. There goes the burn.
The
Feel
burn. Feel the burn. Look at that face.
She's mad as fuck. Of course, Pocahontas is on that list. Oh my god.
Pfizer. I mean, that's the truth.
Alright. I'm gonna go back to my page because they're roasting. This right here.
Oh.
Melanie Ramirez, a woke activist, first grade teacher at Pittsburgh USD, is covering her room in LGBTQ and DEI.
Too close to home.
Issued an executive order to end racial indoctrination in schools. Dude. Keyword, first grade. Why the fuck are you sexualizing shit for first graders? Like, this is the corruption of the morals of minors. Little minors. Literally damn near toddler baby minors. Like, why is this a thing? Like, if this is what you believe, that's fine. Keep it to your fucking self. But
Right.
why are you indoctrinating kids into this shit?
I mean, I have nothing against people who want to, you know, love is love at the end of the day, love who you want to love, but like, there's a time and a place and education that early on is not.
I mean, if you have your health classes and stuff
Right.
where you're like, you know, I remember they make us watch childbirth and
Right.
all kinds of stuff.
I mean, but that's like later on in life. Like I remember
Right.
my
Not
first
grade.
sex education was probably 5th grade.
Yeah.
Learned about the birds and the bees in school. You know, they wanted, well, for my school, I know in general they just wanted to get us ready because you're changing. It's the time of change. I think that's probably the point where you could probably introduce teachings like of this. I don't want to say directly of this kind of stuff because I'm not behind it, but like broaden your horizons at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like that's teaching about the birds and the bees and how your body's going to be changing. You know, like might as well say, hey, you might like men, like you might like women. You might not feel like a boy right now. You know, but like this is for that's another. You know, that's down the road. There you can explore those options.
Yeah,
Not first fucking grade. No, sorry for my French.
I would. I couldn't imagine being a parent of a student in her class.
Like this right here makes me not want to have children because I just don't want.
Yeah. No, and I would learn them. That's something also I believe that you can be taught at home. Like,
Right.
But here's the thing about people that take this banner, and I've stated this many times. Like LGB, and there's a soft line. Like there's lesbians, there's gays, there's bisexuals. Bi also, you know, kind of lets you know that there's two genders.
Right.
Bi means two.
Yeah.
But then there's like T, which is the trans people. Trans people, 10 years ago they existed, but not to the volume that they exist right now because it got spoken into existence.
Mm-hmm.
There was agency there when they made this banner. They keep adding more like syllables, or not syllables, but like consonants to it, or vowels, or whatever.
Just letters in general.
And they
Yeah.
shoehorn whatever the fuck they want in there, and it just you're protected under this. You have agency. You have identity. If anybody comes at you about anything, we can protect you. So a lot of those things really got fucking thrown in there, and now you like some people that I know, people that are of these lifestyles
Mm-hmm.
in the LGB, community. None of the other extra stuff, and they're like, all this other stuff is this, like, what the fuck is this?
I have gay friends,
Yeah.
of all ages that some will be like, oh yeah, I'm totally part of the community. Others are like, what? I don't want to say they're like an old school gay, but like there's a lot of like, I guess I got like some old school gay friends that they just aren't with the woke, whatever you want to call it, crowd
No,
is.
It's a stupid movement to add all that extra stuff.
Right.
And now there's been
Simplify.
moves to get maps on there. which
Sim-
is
simplify
binary
that shit.
with their
Simplify that shit and execute.
Right.
Simplify that shit and execute, because there's people out there, now all these people are under the hate crime clause. Oh, you attacked me because I'm trans. Oh, you attacked me because of this, or oh, you attacked me because I identify as a cat. Like, no, there's actual like real people that are dying of like hate crimes that are being overlooked because of this too as well. That's another thing I've
That's
seen
another
out
thing
there.
because that's victimhood to them is
Yeah.
what gets them the attention. That they
Right.
Like, I'm a victim. Oh, come and save me, damsel in distress. Bullshit. So, actually, wait a minute. I'm on a dual, dude. I'm a whole fucking idiot
Why?
because it's just been you and me talking about this, and I have not shown
Any videos?
the screen caps.
Oh.
Shit. Fuck. So for those of you that have joined us, this is why I'm not the tech guy. But no, this is what I was talking about right here with the first graders. And yeah, this chick is flying all these banners and speaking this into young minds. It's fucking weird. Don't do that. Here's the plane which we were talking about that none of you could see because I am a fucking moron. That was the Philly plane.
Hey, shit happens. Man.
And so all those other things that I thought, I didn't want you guys seeing, like the body parts and stuff like that. I'm glad that it didn't air because, yeah.
Probably would have got
But where's the pack leaders? Like that, like there was that document of that. This is what I was talking about right here. Boom. So verification, what I was talking about when, all these people that were being funded by Big Pharma.
They own them pockets.
Right. But some of you who are tuned in have probably seen a lot of the footage anyway. So, like, in the comments section, let me know what you think, if it's a missile or if it's a plane.
Most definitely. We definitely want to hear from you guys on that, because it's up to everybody's interpretation at this point.
All right. Then why does it happen like twice in 3 or 4 days? Or like that's pretty crazy.
What did I say last night? I said, "Oh, this isn't my first false flag."
Right.
Right. For real, condolences to all the families,
Right.
that have lost people. But again, I don't think our security should be changed, over these acts. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. I know that's probably why they're done. Like false flags are done and stuff like that. I'm not calling this a false flag at all, but I'm just saying, like, I don't like. That shouldn't determine our national security right there. I think a deeper look needs to be.
Well, like all these people that are getting removed, alien-wise, people that aren't documented.
Right.
Are they going to be the scapegoat for this? Are they the ones behind this? Is that the purpose in which they? And I've said this before. In order
was done
to
by the cartel now, is that what you're going to tell me?
No, I've always said in
Is that who they're
in
gonna
order
be?
to instill law and order, you have to sow the seeds of chaos. And is this what the move is? Is this why those borders were so porous and had all these people coming over? And then when Trump starts throwing people out, everybody's like clutching pearls and shit.
That's one thing I can 100% get behind is, like, over any politician, any president, any nominee, candidate, anything. If they're down to amp up our national security and only worry about America, I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for that. Because, like, again, we have a huge population of, like, homeless people, a lot of them veterans.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing anything about that? That's my big thing. Like, we should worry about ourselves and not other countries. So it's like with Trump pulling out of all these like different agreements, treaties, the WHO, like, I'm all for it, because at the end of the day, we should only be worrying about us. We're this so-called superpower. We should just be worried about us. Let's reap the benefits of this country as the people of this country. It's
Brings us to this. We're going to transition to this.
Oh, snap.
Defense agency bans events promoting DEI to comply with Trump's executive order. Black History Month, Woman History Month, the Letter People, Holocaust Remembrance Day, Juneteenth, Martin Luther King Day, and other special observations or observances. Go ahead. What do you think? And I'll give you my thoughts.
Pause all activities designed to celebrate women and minorities in order to comply with President Trump's executive order. Because Trump's administration has made it a top priority to go after any program perceived to be related to promoting diversity, equality, and inclusion in the federal government. These are holidays, though.
Right.
So,
He's not saying the holidays can't exist. He just doesn't want it in a defense agency.
which I mean, I can
why do
can
they-
see his point. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's a defense agency. Why are we celebrating anything?
Right.
Honestly,
Right.
our
Like-
main focus should be defense. and
Right. I
not-
mean, I think it's just getting identity politics out of certain areas, and that's probably what I'm
I could
totally
see, yeah.
compliant with that. I see when, like, you could see the way it's worded, and you're just kind of like, bans events promoting.
right. It looks bad, but at the same time, like, think about it for
Wh-
defense agencies.
What is the place for it? Like, why does it belong there? You know,
What it-
like, yeah, no, I
if you work for the defense
if he,
agency, you can
if
obviously
he said
celebrate
you
any of
could
this on
not
your own.
celebrate these
Right.
holidays in general, and executive order, they're not on the fucking. You can't put this on, calendars, or you can't celebrate these things. Then that's one thing. But this is to trigger a response from people that have, like, an IQ
of like
in the 70s
of 60
and lower. Right.
Oh, I think that. I mean, that would be the triggering part, is when you say, like, these are no longer federal holidays. I think that's when
Yeah.
I'd go up in arms. But I mean, for the defense agencies to ban these,
But like Black
Do your
History
thing.
Month, as a man, it's half and half. Did you ever see the interview with
he said, as a man, is half and half.
what his
One's my
name?
black
What's his name? What's his name?
perspective.
What's his name? Not Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Did you ever see the interview with him, where the announcer's like, to celebrate Black History Month? She's like, why?
Is that the one where he's like totally like, what's the point?
Yeah,
What are
like,
we
what do you
celebrating?
want to celebrate? White History Month? Like,
Right, what are we celebrating?
Right,
in Black
and-
History
and-
Month? Is that?
and-
I think that's the interview where he questions it.
he pretty much alludes to, like, the more that, racism exists because you keep talking about it.
Right.
Like, you keep fucking hyper emphasizing it, and like you're just keeping the fucking ball rolling. So
I can agree with that as well.
Well.
I mean, it's always going to be. I feel like it's always going to be there until we stop looking at it
yeah,
with a microscope, and we just start, like, people are going to be people. Some people don't get along with other people. Some people have hate in their heart.
right. Well, it's spoken.
Don't be a
to,
hater on
it's,
your-
it's spoke. It's
right.
taught. Like, I
Hate
use
is
that term,
taught, yes.
spoken to existence, a lot. But literally,
it's
people
taught.
are
It is.
people are parrots. They
Yeah.
see something and they go, and it strikes their fancy and their personality, and they feel virtuous knowing this information. So they've got to go out and share it.
The kids on the what is it? The kids on the playground. Kids on the playground play with everybody.
Right.
It doesn't start until they see how their parents are acting towards other
Right.
people.
Or somebody else's parents, or somebody else's
somebody
kids that was
else's
taught by
parents,
their
yeah,
parents, which is why I'm not a big fan of public education. Because all these other kids are with other kids that don't have parents that are as caring, and they see some stuff, and then they,
Right. I mean,
emulate it.
that's I can't even talk right now. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue tied.
Stage fright, first stream.
No. You had me playing what for the first stream. You had me playing
Warhammer. Yeah.
and I
And
had
then
no idea what
Fortnite.
I was doing. I was like giving up on stream. So that's more embarrassing than this.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of which, we need to start playing again.
facts. 100%.
All right, we're going to transition over to the Royal Rumble.
Oh, let me end on this. All
right, you're
so
in on
coming
this.
from a small town, like you see it a lot. Like it trickles down from, like, I want to say grandparents. Like it's not like it's like a thing. It's like it's just like something that's in the home. It's not something that's that you learn in school. It's something that's like in the home. Because it's like I grew up friends with like everybody in my town, and then I don't want to say a certain election like showed me everybody's true colors, but like you would see the not on the surface racism, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Well, I'll think about that and I'll execute it later down the road. So let's
Randy
talk about
Orton RKOing Nia Jax.
damn. Yeah, Randy Orton's supposed to he can make a comeback in this.
I do not see the appeal to, like,
RKOing people.
No, I mean that's cool, but
I
like
wanna RKO
Sami
someone.
Zayn, like he never went over big with me. I mean he's a good wrestler, but like the storylines, the person, I don't know.
Yeah, some of these storylines are a little.
Never gravitated to him. He just doesn't have that it factor, I suppose. But I don't even know who's wrestling in this. Like WWE, like I watched their Netflix premiere and I was just like, oh, dude, there was like 3 or 4 matches in 3 hours. Everybody's entrance was as long as the fucking Undertaker's. It took for fucking ever. It was a corporate shill. Everything was labeled everywhere. Netflix, Fortnite in the middle of the ring, and all these other. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I wanted to give it a chance, knowing that Vince is not there anymore, and that's kind of why I gave up, because years ago I kind of was exposed to the shitbag that Vince is, and then I was
Vince
like, okay,
is a
so he's
total
not
shitbag.
running it anymore.
Let's be happy he's not running it anymore, because he is a big shitbag.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, like, how many of those people that are still there knew about this, and they still got jobs?
Enablers.
Yeah.
As long as someone's lining your pockets, I think you're going to get behind them. That's what I've noticed with people. Like,
Yeah.
as long
Well,
as you're
they're
making money
loyal
too,
to
like,
what you provide
you'll
them
turn the
with.
cheek, you know.
Yeah, their loyalty is to whatever it is you're doing for them. It isn't so much to who you are as a person.
Right. Be true to yourself, not your
Right.
paycheck.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
Damn
If you see something wrong
right.
or something makes you cringe, it's
All right.
probably bad.
We're gonna wrap up this stream here. We're gonna go to the merch store, and these are some of the things that we've created. We got a new one coming out here soon, but the last ones were the pronoun fitness thing, which Josh just fucking killed it. I ordered the hoodie, I ordered the tank, and I ordered this blue Bat Moist.
Nice.
And then, as you can see, Dylan is wearing this right now. He is wearing the black and gold version. There's a shorty right here wearing a red, white, and blue one, camo one. If you know,
If you're
there's
into
me
that.
on a playmat. There's me and Big Bad Brad.
Moist
on a playmat.
and meaty.
You got that Big Bad Brad merch
Yo,
right
shout out
here.
to all the women out there. These crop tops are on here for you.
Yes, like we didn't just want them for men.
If you are a man, you wear crop tops, more power to you.
Right on.
I'm not a hater.
How about it?
Especially if it's my face on. I'm not going to hate.
All right. And then I ordered the moist and meaty fucking tank.
Nice.
And then I ordered
I wore the Will Fuck
the
for
Will
Food
Fuck for
Stamps.
food stamps tank. So all that's on. That's been shipped.
Nice.
I got those coming, but there's a whole bunch of stuff on here. We're gonna create more.
Always coming out with new stuff.
You guys buying this helps support what we're doing here and helps us evolve a little bit more. So, for that special someone, and if that special someone's you or someone you love, get on here and support Just the Tip.
Just the tip and the Stay Moist.
Stay moist
Hydrated
on Just
movement.
the Tip. Nowhere else. Not the shaft.
Not the shaft.
Nope.
Just the tip.
Not the stick and berries, just the tip. But yeah, man. Let's fucking go back to where we started this fucking thing from. It's the dual cam. Yeah, I apologize for any technical bullshit. This is my second time doing this on my own. Josh did video phone me to kind of get mics working. Thank you
Shout
for
out to
doing that.
Josh, for
Shout
real.
out to that man. He's a genius. Hopefully he'll be back here soon. And no, thanks for tuning in, checking us out.
Really appreciate you.
Hit the subscribe or don't. I mean, there's no pressure. We just do it and we have fun doing it. So, but we're gonna get up out of here, and hope you all have a lovely weekend. And we'll be back soon.
All right, make sure you stay moist.